nominated to replace you. What are your thoughts? You obviously know him. He's been in Augusta for 20 years.
I do know Troy well. I have known him for more than 20 years. He has been an Augusta insider, and he's been very much a person who takes a hyper-partisan approach to the issues. I think that's one of the big contrasts between us. I have always prided myself in working in a bipartisan way, and year after year, Georgetown University has ranked me as the most bipartisan member of the Senate. That's a big contrast.
Is he one of those tax and spend liberals from the Sanders-Plattner wing of the party?
He is. It is disturbing for me to hear Troy say that everything should be free. Everything should be free, when in fact it's going to be middle and low income taxpayers who are going to be paying the bill.
He repeated a line today, which you've heard before all year, that you have so many concerns but not enough courage to stand up for Mainers in Washington. Pretty broad charge, but what are your thoughts when you hear that?
Well, it's so absurd because it's proven false over and over again. Just this past week, President Trump imposed new tariffs on Canada. I was the first person to speak out about that. I have consistently voted against the tariffs on Canadian products because, after all, our blueberries, our potatoes, our lumber, our lobster are produced here in Maine but largely processed across the border in Canada. I don't want them coming back with a tariff that's going to increase the cost of living for Maine families and make it harder for us to market our products throughout the United States and the world.
Lately, they've also talked a lot about the ICE vote, not the DHS overall appropriation, which was that shutdown bill, but the newer one, the 70-plus billion to fund ICE in the next 2 years. They say without the reforms that a lot of the Democrats wanted. How do you respond to that?
Well, first of all, it's just false that there weren't reforms. In the regular Homeland Security bill, which was passed separately, there was included reforms that I authored. One was an extra $20 million for body-worn cameras. It's absolutely essential that we get those out there, and the administration proposed to increase the amount to $100 million for body-worn cameras when we were in negotiations, but the Democrats walked away from those negotiations. Nevertheless, the $20 million that I put in the regular bill was enacted and signed into law, as were some other important reforms. Additional training for ICE and Border Patrol officers, including specifically training in de-escalation tactics. And a third really important reform is a 17% increase in the funding for the independent Office of Inspector General, so that when there are horrific tragedies such as happened in Biddeford and Houston, they can be investigated independently. And that's really important as well. But there were a host of other reforms, such as preventing ICE raids at sensitive locations like schools, hospitals, doctors' offices, daycare centers, that the Democrats just walked away from.
100 days to go tomorrow. You confident? 100 days to Election Day.
I never take any election for granted. No one will outwork me, and I will be working each and every day to highlight my accomplishments, including bringing $1.5 billion to the state of Maine for 674 projects all across the state.
Thank you.